The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Hey, welcome to SinCityBounty.com. It's a crazy day today. We were supposed to have a beautiful black man in studio.
Instead,
you got a beautiful white man.
I don't think so.
Before we...
Oh, you! Sorry, Johnny.
Before we get going... oh my God, I'm really right up on top of you.
I know, look at our legs.
Can I just share with you really fast?
Yes.
That Fernie brought in cake.
Yes.
And I have photos of how much cake we've had so far.
Not
and
me.
by we, I mean
Not
myself. And I scooped in so much cake that I go, it's totally going to be worth it when I start to shake. And I'm a little hyped.
You are. You have been non-stop talking.
So I'm a little hyper, kind of excited, and I'll probably sneak over for more of the cake because it was really, really good.
But in all defense, Johnny had to start first because he hadn't eaten. And then
he opened
while
it.
It was open.
And then I caught a whiff.
Yes.
And then I thought, let me just take a taste before the show. And then like seven
Another
spoons
taste.
later.
And another
First thing she says to me, of course, as I walk in the room is, taste the cake.
Yeah.
It is so good.
I did not get a chance to because I wanted to get us on the air.
Do you want me to go get you some?
What? No. What kind of cake are we talking about here?
Vanilla with
it's a butter
vanilla,
cake.
butter.
It's a butter cake.
It's magic.
Cream icing.
Butter cake with a cream cheese butter.
It's what I imagine unicorn poop tastes like. Like magical, delicious. It melts in your mouth. It's the cake of my dreams.
What I like is that people like that my frosting's not so sweet. Now, a chocolate buttercream, it will be sweeter because there's no cream cheese in it. So the cream cheese cuts out all the
Why do you
10X.
call it a buttercream if there's no cream cheese?
There is no. For the
Chocolate buttercream.
For a chocolate buttercream, that's that. But when it's a cream cheese, it's just a cream cheese frosting.
I love cream cheese and frosting.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. So I've shared this where I needed to share it. Oh,
Yes.
I need to go watch it. That's right. So we can keep track of all the people who are watching because we love our audience. We started a new campaign where we're doing postings of your quotes. The two
Those are
favorites this
funny.
week so far are Vagina Dibs.
And the one
In reference to my vagina.
And Sierra, who has dibs on her vagina.
Right. We just talked about it again today where I have agreed to get a tattoo on my vagina, claiming it as Sierra's property. So if anyone ever goes down there, they're going to be like, whoa, hold up.
wait.
Property of Sierra. Back it up.
That's funny.
So there we go.
Your black man.
I keep touching this.
And then
When you were going to say we were supposed to have a black man.
Yes, Nick Payne was supposed to be our guest today. We were going to be talking about his acting career. He didn't star in it, but he had a part in a Jason Bourne movie, and he's got a TV series coming up. And that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about what it was like being an actor because, everybody has dreams of being some super actor. But then we got some commentary about his past, and as we're a fun show, but we're pretty diligent and intelligent in our reporting, if that's what you want to call it. Research. Yes, research. We asked him about it and asked him if he would want to talk about it on the show. He opted to change the schedule. He asked if he could change the schedule for a future date where he would do nothing but talk about this issue until it's a moot issue or until it's resolved to some effect. I'm going to put on my Barbara Walters hat. You can put on your Diane Sawyer's hat. And
I'm probably a little more like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh, yeah. You got red glasses to go with it?
Yeah, I'm a little Ricky Lake.
I have red
that
ones.
kind.
I'll
look
lend
at you.
I have
Yeah,
blue, I
yeah.
have red, and green.
But just to kind of throw out there, we are an entertainment program.
We are.
At the end of
Yeah.
the day, we're an entertainment program. We hope people tune in. We hope that you learn something, obviously, but we also hope that you laugh or roll your eyes enough to where you're like, I'm gonna fucking tune in next week and see,
what train wreck
what
happens now.
Yeah, like what the hell else can they
But
say?
we talk about current events, and I'm very particular that we're not posting up there, Breitbart news onto our webpage. I mean, they have to come from some pretty valid news sources,
Right.
and I always usually bring these papers in which have facts on them, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the one story about the little girl who got dragged into
With
the
sea
water.
lion. Oh my
with
gosh.
the sea lion, right?
But they were showing clips of that, of what happened, not what led up to it.
Right.
How they were taunting this little sea lion, and rightfully so. He thinks he's going to get food.
Well, that's the one that I posted came from National Geographic. Like who?
Right.
But National Geographic would know about the sea lion. Right. So some of the facts that you should know: sea lions can grow up to 7 feet long. This was a long motherfucking sea lion that they were just filming.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Up to 860 motherfucking pounds. And I'm sorry, but the girl looked like she was a cake. She, had little cherries on it and everything. They were feeding. There was bread in the water.
And there's signs posted that say no feeding.
That's right. The park says they're going to be posting more signs, even though there are signs posted.
It's crazy.
And what happens is, and this is the quote that I love from National Geographic, is from a scientist that they interviewed, is that feeding animals can have a long-term impact on their behavior, teaching them that to equate humans with free food.
Well, it's
kind of like Fern.
No, but here's what it does. It stops them from kind of foraging for their own food.
Exactly.
Right.
And I learned this because my daughter and I used to feed the ducks at a park by our house, and then one day they stopped us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean I can't feed the ducks? And they explained then they, when people aren't here or they, go elsewhere for the season.
And then they're having bread. Which
wait for you to hand it to them,
And
and
for
it
those-
doesn't happen.
Wait, and for those of you who own cats, you know very well that animals get pissed off when you don't give them what you want, what they want. And if a sea lion is expecting you to give it food because that's what you're supposed to be doing, because that's what you've been doing for so long, and you don't give it any food, it's going to be a little pissed. I'm just saying.
I'm going to take that little white dressed cupcake girl and just... No. I loved the man that jumped in.
Her grandfather.
Oh, that was the
That was
grandfather?
her
I didn't
grandfather.
know
Jumped
who that
right
was.
in.
Very proud of him. That was very good.
So,
Yeah.
we like facts around here. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later, because I have like a lot of shit that I printed out. But I do want to say that we got our first Patreon supporter.
Yay!
His name is Mike H.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Now, H could mean hunt,
True.
and you can just say, "Attention, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt."
That's normally what I shout out.
Is that what you normally shout out?
Yeah. Even if their name's not Mike. It's just the first thing that comes out of my mouth. So you'll always find me in the store just shouting, Mike Hunt! I can't find Mike Hunt! Is he here anywhere? No? I've looked everywhere.
What is the earliest reference that you remember that from? Do you know?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I just know Bart Simpson will do little things like that. I've never heard Mike.
Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bart
say
Simpson's
Mike
like
Hunt.
8.
Oh, no, I've never seen him do that one. I've heard him do that one. I've heard him do others that are hilarious.
If
Seriously.
my memory is correct, I think the first time I ever heard it was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay.
Is that right? Johnny Fever, do you remember that? I was a young
I remember
kid
that.
then. Sorry?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an old guy.
Someone said, is that like Jack Hoff? Yes.
Jack. Oh,
That's
I love
good.
it.
Jack
That's
Hoff.
good.
My friend and I used to do crank calls. This is back before caller ID and, blocking numbers and all that shit. So we
Yeah.
used to do crank calls, and we would do all of these names. But
Was
our
your
favorite,
refrigerator running?
the refrigerator running. But we would, we used to pretend that we were the daughters of Steven Tyler. And we would also call grocery stores and ask if they have olive oil.
In a can.
In a can. And then when they say yes, we have in a jar.
In a jar.
And then you say, let him out because Popeye's probably pissed. Click.
Were you a phone pranker as well?
I was in 8th grade.
Just in 8th grade?
Just in 8th
not
grade.
Not 7th, not 9th?
No, it was only 8th. And my mom caught me. And then it quit. So, yes.
I've never been a phone pranker.
Hugh Jass.
Hugh?
Jass.
Hello, Hugh. Hugh
Looking
Jass.
for Hugh Jass.
Anybody
Hugh
saying
Jass
Hugh Jass? That's good. That's good.
That is awesome.
You're corrupting a new generation because you know young kids are watching this show, even though they're not supposed to.
Do not watch this show.
No, don't watch this show.
If you're under 18,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake, if you're under 21, if I can't find you in a bar, turn off our show. If you're not old enough to buy me a drink, you're out of here.
Speaking of old enough, when we get girly time or something, I have to tell you about this little 23-year-old that's chasing me around, driving me crazy. Oh.
You don't want to talk about it on the air?
Oh, I don't care. We have other things to talk about. I was just like, when you said age and young, and I'm like, oh.
So let me
reminds
tell
me
you.
of my little one.
There's something that's transpired today that really, really upset me. And so I posted on my own personal, private, non-Alexia wall that I was pissed off. And a friend of mine, a very old and dear and loving friend of mine, who happens to be my ex, he messages me and goes, "What has you so upset?" So I told him that I have been accused of sleeping with some guy. And he goes, "Well, good on you, first of all." And I said, no. That's not the thing. Since my fiancé has died, I am barely masturbating
Right.
as it is now.
She only just started getting it on with herself.
That's right.
So to let alone a guy. Yeah.
So this is how pathetic my love life is. My dear friend, who happens to be my ex, is trying to coach me into some wham ma'am, thank you ma'am sex and more masturbation because it's cleaner and you don't have to talk to anybody afterwards.
Well,
which are great points.
True.
so true.
And you can roll over, go to sleep.
That's exactly right.
And being that it is masturbation month, it is the perfect time to get it in.
Exactly.
So
this is what usually happens. I pull out my toy, I click it on, but I never make it to where it's supposed to go because I just listen to the vibrating on the bed and start to doze off. And most of the time, I do get to turn it off before I actually fall asleep.
Oh my god.
So wait,
But
you
there are
fall
times-
asleep when you're having sex with yourself?
so she vibrates to sleep.
I vibrate myself to sleep because it's so soothing.
It's like the babies in the buzzy
Yes.
chair.
Yes.
Like I want one of those buzzy chairs
Right.
for myself. But it's like a little baby. And then
Oh my god.
you're vibrated straight to sleep.
I am.
Oh, that was so funny.
While Tumblr porn is on.
See, and that's the thing. I have to pull out my phone and switch my Tumblr account to my Tumblr porn
Do
account.
the special porn one,
right?
right?
Which, on occasion, can be a little bit of a chore on its own. And then I'm also one of those kind of women. When I masturbate, I have to be thinking of somebody. And your 23-year-old.
I thought you were thinking of her.
I know, I was like, yay! I mean, oh, darn.
Keep going.
Your 23-year-old reminded me
Yeah.
that of Harry Potter, number one.
Oh.
When
That just took such a turn.
Yeah. Like, ew.
I have a problem with young
Yeah. Yeah.
being attracted to young men.
That's not
Sierra one day sent me a naked picture of Harry Potter
Oh.
because he was in that play,
Can
right?
we call him Daniel
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe.
Radcliffe?
Daniel
or whatever?
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe. Can we call him
You're
that?
not a priest,
Sure.
are you?
Okay.
Except when she sent me this picture, I practically yelled at her, "Why the fuck are you sending me naked Harry Potter pictures?"
He was an adult at the time.
Yeah.
It
I
was
know
from
he
when
was.
he was in the
He
play.
was 23.
19 or 19? Oh, was he?
I
Okay.
believe he was 23.
Okay.
He was posing for this picture, and she said, "That's what you call he's 20-something." I'm like, "No, he's
He's still
I'm sorry.
that little, yeah.
Right, so there's no way that I'm going to... None of these young, stars are going to be in my mind when I'm masturbating.
Yeah. You can go back to thinking of me. That'll work.
Mel Gibson is out because he's a racist.
Oh, yeah. That
Right?
ruins it, yeah.
Brad Pitt is out because he allegedly mistreats women.
But you know what? He's now clean and sober, and people deserve a second chance.
There is that image of him that I have from Troy when he's wearing the skirt. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's that.
So it's very. I have not picked a new person to fantasize about, to masturbate with.
Show her the picture of me licking your finger.
I do. I have photos of her licking frosting
First
off my
I smelled her finger.
But first she smelled my finger. Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case
I
was
don't
up to
just put
some
anything in my mouth.
parking lot shenanigans or something. She smelled my finger
Oh my
first.
God, there's so many things we need to talk about.
Okay.
Brad Pitt in a skirt. Do you want to segue that into something?
I got nothing.
No? Rompers?
Oh!
It took me a moment.
I was like, I totally didn't get that.
Romp-hims.
The romp hymns.
Romp-hims.
The male romper. The
You
romp hymn.
are completely
I am
intrigued by these.
so into these. So into these. I mean, guys, I will tell you right now, if I am on a dating site and scrolling or something, and you are wearing a male romper, swiping that shit right, saving that picture to masturbate to you later. Please. I think I just spit. I got so excited. I spit across the table. I love them. I love them.
I have to admit, I'm a little intrigued by them. But then of course, like I said in my post, I like men in skirts.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all that. I only like it because their pants are pulled up. Because I don't like saggy pants.
I like saggy pants.
I
The thing is,
hate-
I do like saggy pants.
I hate
Especially when the ass is super tight and they've got the clingy boxers on them and you can see like every muscle in their buttocks.
Mike said romp hymns are the devil, and Tim said not gonna happen. Guys, please, please, I need this to happen.
Yeah.
I need this to happen.
Well,
Okay, so if they're in a rompum with
Right.
a man bun,
The man bun doesn't mean much to me.
No.
neither do the rompums.
The rompums totally mean something to me.
Now, would it have to be like a particular color or style, or are you good with?
I actually saw one that the guy looked good because he was short and bow-legged. I didn't think he looked that bad.
Bow-legged men are kind of hot.
They really
Was
are.
he 13? Like, was he a kid?
No. He was a very handsome black
Was
man.
it an 8-year-old in a little
No.
romper?
Here's the thing: they
Coming
may
from
not
church?
sag their butt pants, but the shirt was open. He was chiseled. He was a very handsome black man, and pants were up, so yay for that. But he had his shoes. I mean, he was really put together well. And then the sexy little bow legs, and he was in a romp him, and he was short. And I'm like, he could climb this. I know I can climb this. Seriously, I dated a man. I was engaged. The guy who gave me this ring was 5'5". I'm telling you, I've had every height.
Like him little.
He could
I
climb
know
this.
that's what's drawn to me.
He could climb this. Hashtag he could climb this. I'm going to use that all
Why?
the fucking time.
What do you think it is about the romping that attracts you so much?
I really am not sure. I haven't figured that out. I will ask my therapist.
I kind of think that
because
maybe they hug the package a little.
I don't know.
I am
But the
kind of
very
curious
first
about
time
that.
I saw one, before they became, memes and everyone started posting it, and I just remember seeing it, and it was like an advertisement. I'm like, that is so hot. And then,
That's
all of a
not
sudden
my
you see
first
them
thought.
everywhere, and I'm like, yes, I'm feeling it. I'm way too excited about it.
Yeah.
You are quite excited about
I
it.
am. I mean, you even saw I had a post about that shit. Like,
That was funny. Too funny.
I don't even know who these. I feel like the romp him can work, but you have to look like Eric Warhorn or Brett Gelman. I don't even know who they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe
great. Now we have to Google them.
Steve Irwin was almost in a romp him. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I like Steve Irwin. So maybe it's my Steve Irwin thing.
Maybe.
I don't know.
There are plenty of outfits of just the shorts and a shirt that can kind of look like romping.
That probably could work too.
that would
I'm
work,
envisioning that. Yeah.
And then they tear off the shirt part and all they got is the shorts on.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's probably the way the shorts hug the...
I like a man in coveralls and overalls.
I know what it is.
What?
So, and Sierra will back me up on this. Flight suits on a dude.
Oh! You got me. Hold on.
Flight suits.
Yes.
Flight rompims or flight suits that are shorts.
Yes.
That's
That'll
what it
work.
is.
That'll work. Okay. I'm now a fan.
We'll go with it.
We'll go with it. And again, I'm
we will
thrilled
accept
because
that.
the pants are up. That's the only thing I care about. Pants are up.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's
so
Top
I'm
Gun thing,
picturing
yeah.
like I just need a Steve Irwin-y type
And
guy.
khaki is a great color.
Khaki
And
works.
coveralls come around,
Yeah.
come really close to the flight suit thing, and those are hot.
And especially if he's a mechanic and he's all dirty
No.
and sweaty. I
You
kinda
lost
like
me.
that. No. I kind of like
You
that.
don't like mechanics? What is wrong with you?
I personally have never dated one or
Have
know
you
one.
ever, for over 15 years, had to wash mechanics' clothing?
No.
No.
At some point,
That's
the
not
smell
what-
is not hot.
That's not what you sleep with them for, so you can wash their clothes. You leave them at the garage when you're done.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I
Well,
never
when
had
you're
that.
married to them, you have no choice.
Do you know?
So,
It's the same reason why men in UPS uniforms are hot.
Butchers.
oh,
Butchers.
those are like
Butchers.
romp hymns.
Butchers
Yes,
are
they
hot.
are.
Those are like romp hymns.
It's because they look like work clothes, and men who work are much sexier than men who don't.
But there was that rompum or a man in a suit. Have you? Oh my gosh, I love a well-dressed man too. But I'm more comfortable with jeans, cowboy boots, just a general sit around in your boxer
I
briefs.
just got this flash of an image of a romp him with cowboy boots.
No.
No,
No. No. That won't work.
you lost it.
Yeah.
My lady boner's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my nipples went down.
Yeah, it's
I'm
done. We're done.
I'm done. Thanks.
It's over. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you killed the mood. Great. Next topic.
So, I wanted to share with you. Last week I shared about Elvis.
Elvis. That's right.
Elvis.
Ghosted by Elvis.
I was ghosted by Elvis.
Oh, I didn't know this one.
Yeah, so just to kind of recap really quick, I was.
So, yeah.
You can tell it.
No, go ahead.
I was talking to a gentleman who was a Elvis tribute artist,
Okay.
and he ghosted me. He just disappeared.
Impersonator.
Oh, okay.
Tribute artist. And he invited me out for crabs. And disappeared.
Wow. While at the table?
No.
Because that would have been really fucked up. I've never even had that happen to me. I'm like,
I
wow.
would leave. Like, have you seen me eat crabs? I
No.
would leave me at the table too.
would you?
Like, I would not. Like, it's cool. I'll catch an Uber. I totally understand. Like, don't even pretend to slip out. It's not pretty. But I was telling Alexia about it last week, and you said your response was to light a candle and say thank you. This is a good thing. So a few days later, I message her and I go, he changed his name, got a whole new profile, and messaged me again.
Did he forget who you were?
Oh my
No,
God.
he's like, hey, it's me.
You're like, what the fuck do you want?
And I'm like, no, I already lit that candle, so I can't go back.
No, no going
I
back.
can't go back.
No.
Elvis lost his chance at this good stuff here because candle was lit. So.
There we go.
So I was ghosted by Elvis and then unghosted by Elvis. And that is probably better than any story I could get out of actually going to dinner.
I'm taking you to dinner so we can have crabs and drinks.
You will not want to
go.
see
I'm
it.
serious. I love the Tuscany.
That's
on
yeah,
Friday.
that's where. Yeah. It is not pretty. For years I couldn't actually touch the crabs because it grossed me out.
For those of you who don't know, a lot of the BBW conventions are held at the Tuscany.
Right.
And
Not anymore. Not
this year.
not for this year
Right.
with Breeze.
They were held at
Yeah.
the Tuscany, and Maryland's, the cafe at the Tuscany, has Friday nights,
Fabulous.
all-you-can-eat crabs for
$19.99.
$19.99.
They're so good. Oh.
And we usually try to get together once a quarter at least and partake.
So the last time I went, just to share really quick what happened, I went to get it from the table. I flipped the table and spilled everybody's butter on myself and on this stranger next to me that was with a friend.
Oh
So
my
I haven't been back since. I had candle wax, like scraping candle wax off from the wax
God.
under the burner.
So here's what we're gonna do when we go with her. We're gonna get up and move first, and go, and we'll meet you out here. Yeah,
And I didn't just like bump one over. It wasn't a little like whoopsie.
no, boom.
Or we'll just make sure that somebody holds the table down on the other side.
Okay, it'll be me. I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm the one that pisses people off because unless I can really get the crab, it just goes in the bucket. So unless it's an easy pull, but for years I couldn't touch them. They grossed me out.
Wow.
And my friend, I would go and get like a burger. And my friend would get it, and every once in a while she'd feel so sad for me, so she'd put little crab on my plate. And then eventually she's like, girl, I'm just going to teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
So
The last time I went was at a bash, and my friend and a couple of other friends, and they were struggling. My girl and I went, we were like picking it clean. Like, you should see me clean a chicken bone. But, so they were just so slow. We're like, looking at our plate like, bring more.
I don't pay attention to what other people are doing when I'm eating crabs.
Yeah, only because they were like really struggling.
Crabs,
Yeah.
as long as there's some in front of me, I don't care what the hell you're doing. When they're gone and I have to wait for the waitress to bring me some more, I will watch you eat.
Yeah, and I don't even need the cracker. I just use my thumbs, click, click, wiggle.
yeah,
wiggle,
I'm going to
wiggle.
sit by you.
Yeah,
And then I feel
feed
sad
people.
for me. And
Yeah,
you feed
I
me.
do.
Yeah,
I had to do it for
you'll
my
feel
ex-husband.
really sad.
I
Yeah.
had to peel my ex-husband's shrimp because bless his heart, he's from Chicago and he never had seafood. He gets with me. We go and have Chinese food, and I get shrimp, and I'm peeling and eating it. Well, bless his
No.
heart, he picked one up and just put the whole. And I hear crunch, crunch, crunch. I went, no, spit that out, and here, this is what you do.
I can't do it either. I can't touch the little legs and the butt poop, like the poop line. Like, I need my shrimp clean.
I'll clean it for you.
My shrimp has to be de-pooped.
It
Can I
gives you
use some?
flavor though, and sometimes a crunch.
Yeah. No crunch. No, I say no to the crunch.
Oh my god! No. If there's little legs on it, it's not happening.
Asian? I'd be
Yeah.
eating fish eyes.
Yeah.
Bug paste, fish eyes. What you got?
I have an aunt that was Chinese, so there was chicken feet. You name it. I didn't eat it.
I don't
but,
like chicken feet.
Yeah, I don't either.
My
I want
aunt's
a chicken
from the Philippines, and they eat balut, which is like a egg with a chick buried in the sand, and then it cooks.
Fermented, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you open it, and you don't want to crunch because you crunch the bones. But
She's so precious. Never mind.
that's good stuff. Men's rompers.
Let's
Let's talk. Let's bring it back.
Since we're talking about food, let's talk about how the gas station in California gave botulism
Isn't that
to like 10
horrible?
people
Yeah, and one died.
And that
from
gentleman
their
died.
nacho cheese.
That's how I'm going, just so you know. Nacho cheese at a gas station.
So this woman, she opens her bags of Doritos chips, which happens all the time, by the way.
Yeah.
And this is a prepared cheese sauce.
Right.
I don't know if they pour it from a can, which is what we used to do when I worked
Yes.
at the retail store. That retail store chain has changed it to where it comes frozen. You have to defrost it in the microwave. There's specific timing on how, so there's none of that happening.
Wow.
You put it in the machine and then you throw it out, right?
Yeah.
So this gas station in California, which is too close for comfort for me, right? You fucking Californians, keep your shit, keep your botulism, and all the pool poop we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Oh my God. You got me at that one.
this is the best night ever.
I know, right? And cake.
So she opens her bag of Doritos, puts nacho cheese on, and then she calls her sister or something like that, and she's slurring her words and everything, so they took her to the hospital.
Yeah, that's.
Fucking crazy.
I only eat cheese sauce if I make it. Make a bechamel, make a cheese sauce.
Oh,
I am not.
I'll eat cheese sauce anywhere except the Rooster. That's the one place. Because no, and every time Sierra's there, she'll eat it, and I call it her nut nachos, like. Because some dude's like jerking off, then he's like, I'm gonna grab some chips, let me scoop some nacho, and then, and then she goes in right after him and gets some nut nachos.
Yeah, no.
So one place I won't eat cheese. I will eat cheese that's questionable anywhere other than there.
I think you just need to be attuned to what symptoms are if you ever get poisoning from food,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Which is blurred vision, drooping eyelids, slurred speech, and paralysis.
Yeah.
I think that would be Elvis's symptom.
Yeah.
But if if your friend starts to slur their speech after you had some nacho cheese.
But did we find out if it was due to like unclean equipment?
I think that would have
or
to be
was
it.
it due to, I thought I read somewhere else where it's pre-packaged, where they put it in and it like popped the seal.
Right.
And if so, are those cheeses elsewhere?
Right.
Most of the time it's due to inconsistent temperature.
Yeah.
The cheese sauce has to be held at like 145 or 150 degrees or something like that to stay good. And if it's anywhere underneath that, it can...
It's like if you're in a
spoils
deli
meat
in a
fast.
grocery store or any of the meat. That's why you see them with little registers going and checking temperatures.
Yep.
And if it's off, they pull that food. They do it at the Smith's grocery store.
I watched it on the diner shows.
And if you
stuff.
don't get botulism and you just have diarrhea for that week, the rule is for 2 weeks you don't get in the pool.
Oh my God.
Although I consider that free cleansing. I'm okay when that happens. I'm like, that was a cleansing.
But still,
But
you
you don't get
can't
in the pool.
swim
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. According to the article that I read.
That was, ugh. And then
So 2 weeks after diarrhea. Good
That's
to
right.
know.
2 weeks after diarrhea. The article that I read had a sign posted at the pool that said that. I have never seen that sign posted anywhere in my life.
That's funny.
So your feces carries a lot of pathogens, and usually the chlorine from the pool will kill it.
Right.
But there's one that's making the rounds. It's called crypto for short, Cryptosporidium.
Hashtag that shit. Literally.
Is chlorine tolerant.
Wow.
Which means these pathogens are it's evolution. Science, motherfuckers.
You know what I did get from a swimming pool was infantigo when I was 11
Really?
years old, and it was in the crease of my arm. I was on a swim team, and all of us girls were 11 years old on a swim team, and we all got infantigo from our swimming pool.
Someone pissed in that pool.
Is that where
Infantigo,
no.
no,
comes from?
infantigo is not from piss.
It's from babies having diarrhea, probably being put in the pool.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I've seen parents put their babies in the pool with diapers on.
Hoping they don't poop, because babies will poop.
But the diaper, when the diaper gets wet, it's like 5 million pounds.
Oh my God, have you
You know, you put a swim diaper on.
So how is the diaper supposed to soak up all the shit?
It can.
That's
It
right.
can. It's full of water, chlorinated water that's touching them now.
Yeah.
A regular diaper that gets wet, it just becomes like 20 pounds.
Vegas is like total pool city. There's like every other house has a pool here in Vegas, and we go and hang out at the pool a lot.
I am Saturday.
See? So now I'm a little afraid.
So nobody shit in the pool on Saturday.
Nobody have diarrhea. I'm asking
I'm gonna
everybody.
ask.
I'm going to ask as I'm bringing in the
I
food.
was gonna get a clipboard and a pen.
And then we're going to take your picture. We're not sitting next to this person.
Do you have...
Sign
You
a
could-
pledge.
You could hand out kaopectate before they get in the pool.
Can you check
2
off
weeks.
the photo based on what
Yes.
your last
Either
BM
that
looked like?
or do some anal bleaching, because that might clean it all, right?
I just read up on anal bleaching the other day.
Okay.
Although that crypto stuff is chlorine tolerant, so bleach is cool.
Bleach is chlorine.
Is it? Oh.
Dude.
I wonder if peroxide would work instead.
To bleach your ass?
No.
Bleaches
No.
your hair.
But I read the reason you want to... I didn't know why people would actually bleach their asshole. But apparently as you get older, your asshole gets darker.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be what happens.
Yeah.
Sierra defies that, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
As we all know.
Whitest ass crack ever. We've talked about how I know that.
Look at the time. What's our next topic?
The show's over.
Do we have
Do we have
people still
rompers?
here?
Do we have rompers? Is anyone still listening to
You know
us?
what? All the rest of the news is like sad.
Tim said, when was the last time you blasted a toilet? Nope. No pool for you. You'll be the pool monitor.
That's
No pool
fine.
for you.
No pool for you.
You know what? And it's probably worse in the hot tub. Think about
Oh, Jesus.
The hot tub is like poop soup. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
foul.
gonna... Okay, we're done. I'm not going in the hot tub on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't do hot tubs.
it. I like hot tubs, but now with this article, I think they're just scaring people out of the pools, maybe? Do you think? I mean, they do have lots of stories at the beginning of summer about kids who drown in pools because
Always.
somebody turned their head, and it's. I mean, they even have PSAs about it now.
Well, you know what's
because
sad?
it's so bad.
When under 15 get in a hot tub, and those pull the water in the jets. This little sweet boy that I knew in Atlanta, he was 11 years old, and his mom said, "Get in, get out." In that quick of a time, bless his heart, he got pulled down, and through his anus, his intestines, everything, and he
On the suction thing.
on
at
the
the bottom?
suction, and
Oh
then
my God!
her husband. It was
like a horror movie.
It was horrible.
Why would you tell that?
Well, only because it's important that parents don't let their little ones in hot tubs. I'm sorry, and he just had on baggy swim shorts, and he
His
got sucked
intestines
down
came out?
out of
Is he
through his
alive?
anus. He is, but totally messed up. Bless
I
his
love
heart.
horror movies, but no, that's like Final Destination movie shit.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was out, and it's a true story. Yeah, it was very sad.
It is. Oh my God!
Like
Yeah.
all of his intestines?
Yeah, he has like a colostomy
Stop!
bag. Yeah, he's
Moving right along.
not every, but it was bad. And
I mean,
then
we have a lot of intestines.
yes, we do. And he was 11, So here comes, fire and rescue. And then, which was very fortunate, was a big bucket. And the thing was lower, but we're pulling out water.
You
And
were
it's-
there?
Yes.
Oh, for the
Yes.
love.
And that's what I'm saying is that the mom, everyone's hysterical. And rightfully so. You're seeing in the water blood. And it just was
no.
horrible.
Are you
and we're-
fucking with us, really?
No, I promise you. This happened in Atlanta to a family friend of mine.
So really quick,
Yeah. Now we really lost people.
said-
I'm never
Jim
a guest
said-
here anymore.
Hot Poop Soup is the name of my hot tub tribute band. We only sing songs about hot tub sex. Totally agree. Mike said you should never try to put your penis into a hot tub jet. My friend told me. And no, Shoba said sounds like a good rule to follow. So I kind of agree. That is an excellent rule to follow.
And Mike said, "Jeebus, Fern, party killer much."
Yeah, Fern. Can't wait to hang out with you on Saturday.
Calling her Final Destination from now on.
It's a good thing you brought fucking food.
Right.
Thank God there's cake.
I have other
My
funny
butt
stories.
hurts right now.
She has other funny stories.
I have
she
funny.
says.
No, I have funny stories. Not
Do you have a
really
masturbation story for us for Masturbation May?
bad. I need to do it more often.
You need to do more often. Do you have to put a story picture in your head when you do it?
I put on Barry White, and
Do you think you're doing?
Do you
Barry
whine
White?
yourself? Like, are you like?
no, I'm laying
"Let's
there.
get it on."
I'm laying there going,
With your eyes.
listen to. No, I don't have toys. I need toys. I have none. I have my hand, and I'm left-handed, but I prefer my right. Who does that? Who does that? But I guess if you're going like this, and
Right.
okay, so am I back in the good graces now?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Got it.
See why I need toys? Oh my God! Don't send me toys, people. Don't send me toys.
Oh my God, why doesn't that exist? Fernie the final girl. She is just the link between all horror movies. She's the ultimate survivor. Oh, and Nancy said don't swallow the water. Don't swallow is
When
a
I
good
first,
rule.
I tell you, when I first posted it on our Facebook page, her emoticon to react to the story was the open mouth.
Oh, the wow going.
That's my favorite one.
I know. I was like,
Because
wow.
I'm always surprised.
Yeah.
So I just typed underneath, "Don't open your mouth in the water." Jesus.
I know, it was horrible. But I was like, I can't believe I just read that. It was horrible. So no masturbation stories.
Mike said for me it's like the Buffalo Bill scene in The Silence of the Lambs. I didn't watch it. I can't watch
I
scary
didn't.
movies.
No,
Can't?
I don't
No.
watch
I
it.
love scary.
Now, see, I like movies like The Bone Collector. I like a thriller whodunit, but I don't like slasher, gory.
Right, I can do
Yeah.
that as
Yeah.
long as
Depends.
someone doesn't
it all
get their
depends.
intestines sucked into a jacuzzi.
Oh my God. It was a PSA so people would not let their children in a hot tub.
Can we get an extra 3 minutes so we can cut out the intestine story?
Yeah, you know what? That would be great.
Okay,
Let's
but I
do
get
that.
Your share of the cake.
I think I've eaten my share.
Oh,
So,
we want it back.
No problem. At the pool on Saturday.
All right, where are we? What's our?
So we have.
I'll
4
give you
minutes.
7 minutes. How's that? Okay. 7.5.
We don't really
Thank you
have to
for
cut her
cutting.
segment
No,
out.
no, let's cut it out. I don't want that.
I'm
Oh.
going to answer some charges. Can we answer some charges?
Answer some charges. Wait,
So-
San Diego Chargers?
They're
Never mind. Shut up.
Oh, before I answer some charges, because it's not going to take a lot of time. I was on my way here. I was listening to a story about how 7 glasses of wine a day has been scientifically proven to increase the chance of breast cancer in women. So if you have 1 glass of wine a day, you need to cut back. If you only have wine on the weekend, it's got to be less than 7 glasses. And a glass is only 5 ounces.
Who
I
does
thought
that?
it's a bottle.
Anyway, so I'm thinking to myself as I'm listening to the story, are they trying to control women or what? You know, tell
With
us we
that
can't
fear.
have our fucking wine.
But then another study will tell you that wine is good for your heart, so a glass a day is good for you.
Well, they did come out with that red wine thing that was supposed to be good for you once a day, and
And then, well, there's studies happening all the time. Right? So, I don't know. I'm not a big wine drinker anyway, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. Whiskey, on the other hand,
We did go to a wine mixer,
we did.
and the lady had several types of wine, which were delicious, by the way. But I
No.
said
She had 2.
I thought there were 3
types.
because she had me try a different one. She had me try a small one.
She only had 2 for me.
Hey, she had more for me, private stock. But I said, "Do you have anything in a box? Like that's what I'm used to." And she's like,
I like
"No."
box wine. Don't you like box wine?
I'm going to pull up a picture
Wait,
about box
they
wine.
make covers for box wines. I'm serious. I swear to God. My sister has a company called What Wine Box. And that's what she does. She makes covers for wine boxes.
I'm proud of that shit. I'm like, you want some of my box of wine? Like, I don't need to cover it. So now, a few things going on today. Today was quite the day. We spoke earlier about how we were supposed to have a guest on.
So the first thing that they did, this person did was posted on Toxie's post about our guest coming on, and brought up his past. I went to our guest, asked him about it, asked him if he would be willing to come on the show and talk about it. He did ask us to reschedule. I think I mentioned this already, but he has promised to come back on and talk most of the hour about this. I mean, to get him closure, as it were. He left the industry. According to what he told me, he left the industry. There are a lot of people who are refuting that. But on Twitter, we have been accused of a lot of things. First one is that Eliza Allure, who is the most vocal about this, says, "I guarantee you Sin City Bounty will defend him because he was smart enough to screw over porn stars, and who cares about sluts," right?
That was a little harsh.
It is a little harsh. First of all, when we started the show many years
Wait.
ago,
Is she saying that porn stars are sluts?
she's
No,
saying that
she's saying that we're implying.
the reason that we don't care is because, it was porn sluts. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's calling
So-
porn stars sluts.
So what it is that it really is a stigma in the adult industry that they do tend to be the performers are treated very unfairly and very negatively, and at the end of the day,
And that's across all porn
right.
fields, not
Right.
just BBW.
But it
porn,
happens
which is what we're specifically
it happens a
talking
lot
about,
in the
right.
BBW world as well. I mean, we've had a lot. I've spoke with a lot of girls before
Mm-hmm.
who say it does happen in the BBW side of things. So I get where she's coming from, but I think obviously it's not true. That's not our thought or our belief.
I was starting to say that when we first started the show, we would have. I'm a huge fan of entrepreneurial, because most of these BBW stars are entrepreneurial.
right.
They take care of themselves. They do their own business. They do their own marketing. They do their own thing.
Right. I will tell you just really quick, I was a little obviously disappointed that was the thought regarding us in the show. especially considering the person who was really initiating it. I have always over the years said how much I respected this individual because she is an absolute entrepreneur. I mean, she markets herself. She markets herself often. Beyond, she has a lot of different things going on. She is a businesswoman. Like, she is not just somebody who, let's do this and that's it.
For many years, we used to have porn stars on the show all the time. Number one, they told the greatest stories, and number two, they were very self-confident, powerful women in their own right, which is what we loved.
Right.
Okay. And of course, there were a lot of retweets. I don't care about that.
How
But
long ago did this happen?
this was today.
I know, but I meant this past with him.
From what I've seen, it was 2014. A lot of the complaining, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of it, but
Right.
a lot of the
So it's been 3
complaint
years.
that-
the flowback, the stuff backlash. There we go. Was probably in early 2015. Okay.
Okay, so a few years has passed, and if he's changed or that's no longer it, sorry, go ahead.
And then she goes on to say, "I'm on my way home tonight." Airplane icon thing. So it's up to you, ladies, to shame Sin City Bounty for promoting your abuser.
Oh.
Okay. Well, they aren't having him on the show tonight, so good job, ladies, which I said in my first response. Good job for drumming him out of the industry in the first place. But they said he is still welcome at Sin City Bounty another time. Yes, he is. Because he's been accused publicly. Now we know about it, and if he wants to be on our show, he's going to talk about it. And we talked for a long time today about it. And he's more than willing to come on.
Wow.
And then,
That's so disappointing.
Sin City Bounty is apathetic to what he does.
Or did.
Or did. Right? There are some claims today that says he's still doing what he's doing. They don't care because it's old news. Or if it's not because it's old news, it's because we are whores. Wow. Now, I'm a little apathetic to a lot of this stuff. I made our statement. It's on our Facebook page. I put it on our website. I posted it to Twitter. The one thing that did bother me, as scrolling through all of these retweets and replies and et cetera, is Eliza put up a post that included a photo of a text, and the text said, she was talking to someone that Nick had posted on his wall, and the text, I think it's a text because it's in blue, like an iPhone text, and it says, this radio show that's supposed to be an icon in the fat positive industry is promoting him as a good guy. I called them out on it, and it appears that one of them is actually sleeping with him, so she called me a liar.
It wasn't me.
Guess who that was?
Well, obviously.
That was me.
That's
So, Eliza, I'm asking you to remove that post because that is a lie. You can do your due diligence and do your research and ask every single one of my friends if I'm sleeping with him or not. And if you don't do that, then, I don't know, maybe I'll start some legal proceedings at defaming my, I don't even know. Can I do anything? I'm calling you out as a liar. Lying. And posting it publicly on fucking Twitter.
wow.
You had other things you want to talk about.
I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, we can't top that.
Now, I put out a post. You're welcome to come on the show to talk about this guest. We're going to coordinate with our studio tonight. There's already somebody who's reached out to us that's willing to provide us with some actual legal things that support her claim as to the wrongdoings of this man. If you have anything that you want to show us, legal, I'm more than happy to show it here on the show, post it on our wall, and to be interviewed by us. So just, send us an email. CincinnatiBounty@gmail.
So at the end of the day, we're not apathetic to the situation. I saw some of the comments regarding, that he was basically swindling money from single moms. I'm one myself. And I mean, that's something that I would never, promote or feel it's okay or, justify or anything along those lines. But it didn't really have, in my opinion, and I'm just giving my own, not as a representative of the show, but as myself, it didn't have to go to this. Obviously, we're playing a lot of he said, she said. I mean, I really go back to the fact that we're not like, Chris Hansen's not going to walk around the fucking corner. We're not Dateline. We're not, Chris Hansen's not under the table right now. We're not, Pierce Morgan's not coming to hang out.
No
and,
Rachel Maddow's in here.
Like nothing. We're an entertainment show. And so we booked a guest who is coming on to discuss his entertainment, which in this case was acting. It wasn't even porn. It was about a TV show. Obviously, there was something going on. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. But we definitely could have, continued to handle this better. Maybe even on all parts. We could have handled it better.
I personally don't think we handled it wrong.
So,
number one.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
But I'm just saying that maybe this could have been handled better. And that there's, we're all adults. And
we're supposed to be adults.
So we're all adults. Because we're discussing adult content.
Yeah.
Because we were discussing adult contact, we are all adults, and so maybe we can get this resolved. He was a guest on a radio show.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty much it. Johnny says we need to get to the cake. We ready to end? You want to talk about anything else? You want to say anything else? You got any commentary?
I had something. We'll have to share it next week, really quick. Can I share something really fast?
Sure.
Lynn knows I look right at him. Faster than you will finish what you're doing behind that desk. So there is this app. I had a friend share an app with me, and it is like my life right now. Like Sierra and I'm sending her photos from this app like all day long. And it's called Profanosaurus. It's from the UK. And it's just different, I guess, profanities, but like UK profanities. So, like, for example...
So, like, bugger would be fucking...
Like, yes, like that. So, like, mouse's tongue is a descriptive of a very small penis with cheese on the end.
Okay, that's almost as bad as the intestines.
Interior decorating, slapping a bit of white... there are all big words I don't know. Emulsion about the womb using the naughty paintbrush. A pocket pinball wizard, a fellow who may not be deaf or dumb, but is almost certainly blind. And a pressed ham, my favorite. The effect achieved by pushing one's naked buttocks into the photocopier at the office Christmas party.
I'm Alexia.
I'm Fern.
Toxie.
We will be back next week if you're brave enough.
Later, bitches!
All right, you're